Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your patience. I realize it's been a really long time since my last upload. First and foremost, I want to apologize for the lengthiness of the last video. I watched it so I can recap on where I left off last, and wow. Clearly I was lonely and in need of conversation. Quickly, let me just add, if you have no idea what I'm talking about or need to be caught up, I have a bunch of videos leading up to this one with my experience with my third pregnancy, 34 years old at the time, now 35, and a short cervix with this pregnancy, this scenario. That was my high risk issue. Anyway, so I wanted to come on here and update you guys on where I'm at and what's happened since my last video. It has been like 6 months. Last time I left you guys with the video, I was 36 weeks pregnant, expecting to have a planned C-section the following week. I believe at that time I was planned for April 8th. I ended up having that rescheduled to April 9th. So thankfully we made it to delivery date, and baby Wesley was born on April 9th, 2021. He was absolutely perfect, no health issues, no issues during delivery. Everything went amazing, and he was such an angel. Until recently, no, I'm joking. Definitely an actual baby now, but for like the longest time, he slept so well, he was so calm and quiet. We were like, oh, he's so like just perfect, right? Yeah, well, he's a real baby now, so he does real baby things. Anyway, so I want to update quickly. Carpal tunnel gone. I think it lasted a little bit after delivery, but then I was okay. Let's just jump into actual delivery date. So we went in, it was a planned C-section, so we had a time to arrive at the hospital. I was pretty calm, collected that whole morning. It didn't hit me yet, and I had said to myself, and I vlogged, so I'm sure I say it somewhere in there, that I'm either going to completely compartmentalize and not actually think about what's happening, or I'm just gonna lose it. So I did both. I compartmentalized right up until they were putting in the spinal block on me. As I was being rolled into the OR, I started to really just like, it's happening. I got really nervous. The spinal block, they had to try a few times, fun, but finally they got it. And just the feeling alone of what that consists of it was really terrible. It was obviously bearable, but I found myself saying ow during as it was kicking in. And so they put the spinal block in, and then right away they lay you down and start getting you into position for surgery. Instantly it kicks in and you start to just kind of feel tingly and heavy, like heavy. And it was so weird because it's like you feel your body, but you can't feel your body. And I started to get really, really nervous. And my heart rate was just like up there. My blood pressure was kind of climbing, and I just did not like the feeling. It felt very, very, very strange and uncomfortable, to the point where I was saying ow as they moved me. And I remember the surgeon being like, ow? What are you feeling right now? And I was like, no, not ow. Like, I don't feel any pain. It's just really strange. I don't like the feeling as I'm losing more and more sense of feeling in my body. It's really just hard to explain. You gotta feel it. Anyway, I was really nervous, really anxious, and then Anthony was allowed to come in. And then as soon as he got there, I kind of just like felt better. And oh, look at me, I'm gonna cry again. Shocker. So once Anthony joined, I felt a lot more calm. And it was funny because leading up to, he was the one, we were both like, oh my God, like you gotta control yourself, okay? You better not like pass out. He was really creeped out at the thought of witnessing my body being cut open and a baby pulling out of it. So go figure. I was the one freaking out, and he came and he was like calm, and he brought me down to being calm. And like, I just said to him, like, just talk to me, please. Like, just take my mind off of this. Like, I can't think about what's actually happening. And so I don't even know what we talked about, but he did. And my mind was just a little bit distracted. And then before you know it, they are saying, okay, Dad, get your camera ready. Like, it's happening. Maybe I'll insert a little clip here before I do, just let you know, if you don't like to see surgical babies pulling out of bodies and such, skip forward, but I might insert because it's actually the cutest thing I've ever fucking seen. And yeah, so Anthony captures baby Wes coming right out of my belly and crying for the first time, and it was just like,
there we go. He's out there. Mama, come on, have a look at your little boy.
Crazy. And it was in that moment, literally, that everything that has led up to that moment just disappeared. Like, it was like I forgot everything. None of it mattered. I was good. It was like, we're done. We did it, you know? I still have to have the baby. But I don't know what it was. It was just a sense of peace and calm. And I was just so beyond thrilled and thankful. And so they take baby off to do what they do with baby. And they're like, Dad, come on over. And he's like, no, I don't want to leave her. And I was like, what? Go, please. Don't ever leave his side. That is what it is now. So he goes off and he's capturing them, Wayne, Wesley, and all of that. And I'm just like, they have like a TV screen beside me so that I could see what they're doing with the baby off in the distance. So I'm just like kind of watching that. As that's happening, they're obviously removing my placenta and, you know, closing me up essentially. And it was in that moment that I learned I made the best decision I could have with regards to having a C-section. As I mentioned in my previous video, my doctor did give me the option between a vaginal birth, a VBAC, since it's a vaginal birth after cesarean, or having a planned cesarean. So I chose to have the C-section, as I mentioned in my last video, just eliminating that fear of like, is it gonna happen today? Am I gonna go into labor? What's gonna happen? I had a very traumatic previous delivery. So right off the bat, I was like, no, I wanna know what's gonna happen. So as they were, you know, closing me up, my doctor says to me, Melissa, I'm really glad you chose to go the cesarean route because your uterus walls are extremely thin, and should you have gone ahead and done a VBAC, the chances are pretty high that it would have been a dangerous delivery. I just felt really lucky to have followed my gut, and so I really encourage you guys to do the same. Follow your gut. No, we're not doctors, but sometimes there's something inside of us that just knows. So ask your questions, collect all the information you need, but in the end, your decision is your decision. And there were more, I had a team of doctors throughout the process. I think it was 50-50 on encouragement to go vaginal and encouragement to make my choice. So on top of my gut instinct to go that route, I also wanted to have my tubes removed. And I didn't mention this in my last video, but I did, and like I put a little bit of wording in because I ended up rambling and forgetting to mention that part. But not only did I choose to for the peace of mind, but I also chose to do a cesarean because I wanted to have a tubal removal. And again, my doctor did say, considering my experiences up until that point with pregnancy and deliveries, my uterus walls then being thin, he said it's in my best interest to not risk another pregnancy. And my shop is closed, so I'm like, not only am I very happy with the amount of family members I now have, I definitely didn't want to risk putting my life or another little human being's life at risk getting pregnant again. And so he triple million checks if a tubal removal is something I want. He asks many, many times and then finally says, all right, I'm going for it. There's no turning back. Once he performed the surgery, he did say it was the better choice for me, and he's happy that I did make that choice. And yeah, so aside from that, everything just went really, really well. So Wesley was born, and somewhere in the 12 o'clock hour, and we were in hospital for 2 days. Yeah, it was about 2 days. We came home on the 11th, and he was just an angel. He was so beautiful. He slept so much that we had to wake him for feedings. He was just a baby that slept for a really long time, actually. And now he's giving us a hard time, but you know, we deserve it. We had a really good start. Now it's a little bit of payback, and that's okay. We're gonna get through it. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to come on here and give you guys that update. He's currently napping. Otherwise, I would definitely, you know, introduce him to you guys. But when a baby's sleeping, we leave a baby sleeping, okay? I wanted to also thank you guys for reaching out to me. Not only did you guys share kind words to me during my experience, but also a lot of you reached out who are experiencing the same, if not very similar situations. You know, that it really felt special to me to know that me sharing this information is helping people out there feel not alone, but also some sort of insight on what to expect going forward. Of course, no situation is like in a book and this is how it's gonna go. But I hope that in watching my videos, you guys have kind of found a little bit of comfort, if at all. There are some of you who I still keep in touch with, some of you that are still in your pregnancy journey, and I can't wait to see all of your little babies come out earthside, super healthy, happy, and really the best advice that I can give, and it's really, I think, the turning point for me in my whole experience was there came a day where I was like, I just flipped the switch. So about 29 weeks, I was sent home. I was given the option to go home from my outpatient care. I just came to peace with everything. There was something inside of me that just said, everything's gonna be okay. And I just chose to believe it. I wasn't lying to myself or trying to convince myself. I literally believed it, accepted it, and felt it. And I truly believe that having that energy really helped me get through the later part of my pregnancy and just followed me into delivery. And that's I guess my best advice is obviously follow doctor recommendations best you can. Just keep a positive outlook, a positive environment. It's not every day that we all have a great support system at home, and I understand that. So if you can find it in yourself to just block out all of that and just find peace in the journey and positivity on your outcome, I really think that's the best advice I could give you above anything else. And so feel free to leave me comments down below, message me privately, let me know if this is something you guys have been experiencing, if you've already come out on the other side and your beautiful babies are here. I would just love to know. I would just love to know where you're at in your journey. And I mentioned in my last video, there were very dark days throughout my journey, and I don't want those to go unrecognized because of where I am now and the fact that I've had a positive outcome. It's definitely a difficult place to be, so you just got to get through that. You know, you can't avoid it. It's something you just got to work through. So thank you for watching, and like I said, reach out if you'd like. I just want to send a huge thank you to everyone who's followed along. Thank you for all of your well wishes. Baby Wesley is here. He's safe. We are happy, and I'm really looking forward to just watching him grow up with his sister, as everyone's obsessed with him. It's lovely. So I will see you guys in the next one. Say hi, Boo-Boo. Pulling my hair. Say thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being so nice to my mama. Oh, look. What would you look like as a brunette? So my eyes are green, and Wesley's eyes are, ouch!